Hello, hello. Good evening. Let's see what the temperature is. Well, it's a beautiful evening. It's been a good day, beautiful day all the way around. Um, the high today was 71. It's 55 degrees now. Yay. And it's only going to get down to 47 tonight, which is pretty cool. No, I take that back. It's going to be. Wait a minute. I take that back. I'm sorry. It's going to get down to 36 tonight. Woohoo! Hello, Susan. How are you this evening? I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving too, my dear. Did I bring you up? Yes. Trying to get all my little things sitting up here. Hey, baby, how are you tonight? I hope you have a beautiful Thanksgiving. That's my daughter, Ashley. I love you. Oh, I love you too, Connor. I can't wait to see you guys. I'm coming down next week. Aw. Oh, I'm so glad you get to spend time with your daughter, Susan. I have I've had a lot of very busy days the last few days. Um I have to show you. I put my Christmas tree up. I hope you can see that. Whoops. Goodness gracious. Hope you can see that. Well, I'm not very good at this. It's got all the beautiful things from my mom and my aunt. And it just absolutely I finished decorating it yesterday. I haven't well, I take that back. I did put a topper on it. This is the topper I put on it. Isn't that cute? I didn't turn it on tonight because I was afraid of all the I was afraid the lights might be weird, but it turned out so gorgeous. Do you have your tree up yet, Ashley? Thank you. Uh Last year was the first time in years that I even put a tree up. Hello, Diane. How are you this evening? I'm getting a lot of love from Florida. Addie's on here too. Yep. My aunt, a lot of the crocheted stuff, little teeny tiny crocheted stuff, my aunt's mother-in-law had made for her probably 70 years ago, long before I was ever thought of. Thank you, Diane. I feel loved. Um, so I had the air and heat guy come out today. He came out while I was gone last week, taking Wilma to the doctors, and then back again today, and evidently he had to program it because I have a heat pump, and I don't know anything about heat pumps. You know, I live in Florida all my life, never had a heat pump. Ours is just central air and heat. Well, the I guess the heat pump or thermostat something wasn't telling the coils to turn on. So when I would sit here, or when I'd sit on the toilet in the bathroom in the morning, I'd be getting all this cold air on me. The house was nice and comfortable, but that cold wind was blowing on me and just absolutely baffled me. How the house could be warm and still blow cold air. Well, he explained it all to me in depth today, and now I kind of understand it, I guess. But it's a lot of learning curves for me. I've never been in cold weather before for very much time, or had anything to do with heat and air when I was. So I'm glad I got some education on that today. I put up a clothesline today, and I put my compost bin. I was making compost, you guys know, between on the fence, on this side of the fence of the garden. I'd been putting all my scraps and stuff in there and everything, just trying to fill that up and make that some good compost. Well, I put, y'all know, well, I think I did. Yes, y'all know from my videos, I put the chickens on one side of the garden, and near the gate of the garden is the actual garden. Well, which I got to remember. I can't remember if I closed the chickens up tonight or not. I got to remember to go out there. Close chickens. So tomorrow morning when I get up, I've been getting up about 5 o'clock, so I'll probably run out there, and I'm going to put the fence around the part that I didn't do. But first, I'm going to toss out my greenhouse out of the chicken side, and I believe I'm going to bring it up near the house. I think that's what I'm going to do, because I've got to bring. I should have brought my plants in, because it's going to get down in the 30s, and I wasn't expecting that. Oh well. Anyways, my brain just go, 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 go all the time now. Yes, they are special treasures. I can't remember. Did you say you were moving your chickens with you or did you get new ones? I got new ones. Actually, what happened was when I went to when I went to Kentucky, Holland and Lily gifted me 4 jubilees, a rooster and 3 females. And then last week, I don't remember what day it was. Um, Mike and Wilma had gifted me 7 chickens. I brought them home and didn't realize that the holes were too big in the fence. I thought with the fence being there that they would not get out, but the holes are too big in my fence. They're perfect for the garden because, you know, the dogs weren't going to get in there with that, 6. I think they're 6 inches by 6 inches or 4 by 4. I don't know. Anyways, the small, I think it's 6 by 6 inch holes. Anyways, they're the larger holes, and I just wasn't thinking. So all of the chickens were all over the yard. I spent all evening chasing chickens and putting them in the because I didn't even bring my chickens house in the garden yet. It was still I had to flip it over over the fence. Oh, it's been a learning curve. So I got that into the garden and I started putting chicken by chicken by chicken by chicken inside there when they went to go roost. And I got all of them in there except for 3. 2 had already, I mean, 2 of them, when they found out they could get across the street or get out of the thingy, they bolted across the street into the woods over there and they have never come back. That night, I kept having to try to chase one chicken over and over and over again, and it was a dark chicken, almost black, but it wasn't black. Anyways, I chased that little dude or dudette. It was a hen. I chased her all evening every time. I mean, I got so close to almost touching her. She was roosted in the pen. I should have just given her more time to go to sleep, but I didn't. I just wanted to get it done so I could go to bed. And then she bolted and went over there too. And they have not come back since. But I was told not to worry. They're going to give me some more, I think some more lavenders. And I really like lavenders too. They're pretty cool chickens. Pretty docile chickens. So, um I gave my chickens to David and Becky, but David ended up with all of them. Um, so I'm getting 1 egg a day out of, let's see, how many do I have? I have 8 now. I have 2 roosters and 6 hens. So, but I'm loving it. In the morning, you know, the um the Jubilee hardly ever crowed. I mean, crowed every once in a while, but and it was like 7 o'clock in the morning or something like that. I'm getting the itchies on the nose. Somebody must be coming to see me. I would hope not at this time of night. Anyways, or maybe they're going to call me. Oh, gosh, my nose is itching off. Um, anyways, I had that going on with the little chicks. And got that all taken care of. And I got my rabbit trees all fixed except for the latches, the hinges. And I think I am going to put a latch on them too, probably, but I'm not positive. I don't really think that it needs a latch, but a raccoon could probably pick that lid up. I'm really loving the fact that I put a lid on it instead of opening the door. The thing about the rabbit cages in Coco, they were up high enough that I could reach in there, but I always got tore up when I was trying to catch rabbits or, mess with them too much. Where this one, I'm not really getting I'm not really having issues yet. So, that wire can tear you up. So, nobody's saying anything. Are you still here? Or did I lose you? Oh, they got into trash cans. Yes. Yeah. I just don't trust um raccoons. Now, I have not, knock on wood, I have not had any issues with um predators that hurt any of my animals that I know of. Now, other than ants. Now, there was 3 dogs in my yard one night, and um one morning, I don't know if I got it on um I don't think I got him on video, but I looked out the front door because the chickens were going nuts. And there was a big old chicken hawk out there sitting on the top of their cage. And they wasn't having it. They was mad as a hornet. They tried to pull a rabbit of mine three of the three of the cage through the cage. Wow. Yeah, they can get pretty nasty. Um, I had some issues with with raccoons with my chickens, raccoons and possums. And to be honest with you, that's my I don't know what I'm going to do. I need to get another dog like Ginger because I'm going to tell you something. She did not let possums in the yard and she did not like raccoons. Hey, I know what you're talking about. Mine, I always, me and Wilma tease back and forth. Our phone, our phones don't know hillbilly. I have to get used to this water in my hair and my clothing. Now I have to say, I'm gonna try and clean my washer one more time because when I cleaned it before, I still had the old filter, and it's possible it just needs to be cleaned again. I get these there's some kind of little like um disc that you put in the washer and just wash with nothing in there. Um so I need to do that again. But for some reason sometimes my clothes smell funny and I have to rewash them. And I mean, it ain't like they're sitting there. I can hear the washer stop and go and pick them out. And not everything in the washer stinks, but only a few things. And I'm like, what is going on with this? Is freaking me out. Hello, Nancy. How are you this evening? Um, so I have spoke to Teresa a couple of times and she is doing really good. She looks so much better than she did that first time I Marcoed her and actually saw her. I just wanted to cry. I knew how much pain she was in. But every day that I speak to her, she looks better and all the swelling's going down and everything. And she did say that her daughter, when that Lee has gone back to work, and her daughter is coming over and taking care of her and helping her clean and feeding her and all that kind of stuff. So that's awesome. And all the kids are coming in for Thanksgiving and her brother's coming in, so I'm pretty excited for her. And they have a lot to be thankful for. It's precious that God spared her for a while longer. Yes, it is. Good news. Also on another front, well, it's good and bad news. Oh, that's when she posted a picture. It's such a miracle. Yes, it is a miracle. Um, I took my friend Wilma to the doctor's office. I don't know why I kept saying it was on Monday. It wasn't on Monday. It was on last Friday. Um, and bless her heart, she looks forward to Thanksgiving and Christmas every year. And Easter. I mean, the holidays is her thing. She really loves it. And she was devastated when they told her that she was going to have to stay in the hospital. She had gone on Thursday and they told her that she needed blood again. The chemo was draining her blood count and pulling it so far down. I mean, she was at 6 and now she's up to like I want to say she's 30 or I know at one point it was 26, but I think she said it was 30 yesterday. I have to ask her again. But so she was having that issue and she was also having another issue with a medication. And once they got that issue worked out and her platelets and her blood counts back up again, oh my goodness gracious. She is doing so much better. So I'm just very thankful that she's still here. Um, They are not going to be doing any more chemo whatsoever. She said, my quality of life is very important to me, and I am not going to go through this anymore. And I can understand that. Um, so I'm just hoping and praying that they'll be able, because of the type of cancer she's got, without chemotherapy, without treating on a regular basis, it'll come back with a vengeance. So right now it's at bay, and they're hoping and praying that they can give, the doctor's doing some research about giving her a pill um, instead of IV chemo. Wilma is feeling better. She has a wonderful holiday season. Yeah, me too. I didn't want to go to Thanksgiving, but they've talked me into it. They have a. There's going to be probably 30 people or more there, and I don't do very good with big crowds, so I told her, I said, well, I had canned some green beans. I said, I'll bring some green beans, and if Ashley's still on here, you know what we cannot live without on Thanksgiving and Christmas: cream cheese and olive stuffed celery. Yum yum. Hey Brenda. For some reason it's doubling what you say. But looking forward to that. Um I decided that this year I would wait until after, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, to go down. I'm going to get another load and spend a little bit of time, probably um, at least a day or two before I head back home. And but I really wanted to get the shipping containers, or the Connexes, or whatever you want to call them. I really wanted to get them in place so that when I bring my stuff, I have somewhere to put it. But I said, well, I can get the footers in. Excuse me, and that's what I'm working on right now, is the footers. And then I can I don't have to worry about it. They can deliver them and everything. I'll have to make sure that I'm here that when they deliver them. Uh but I can go and I can leave the stuff inside the my trailer. I don't have to unpack it. So that's what I've decided to do. If they can't come right after, I don't know how long it might take a week or so before they can deliver the Connexes. So that'll give me a chance to go and load up the truck and the trailer and bring it back up here again. And then I can take some of the stuff out of that spare room and put it in the Connexes too. So I'm pretty excited about it. So I've already talked about some of the things that I'm thankful for, but one of the major things I'm thankful for was a mother that really loved me and took care of me even beyond the grave. She has still provided and taken care of me. And I'm thankful for my children and my grandchildren. And I'm thankful for waking up every morning. And I'm thankful for being in a place that I am so happy. And I look forward to getting up every day. Look forward to going out and putzing around here and putzing around there and getting into everything and starting new projects and I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to worry about neighbors calling on me or giving me problems. I know that your mom is smiling down at you and happy with your new life. I know she is too. And she really wanted to come up here with me, Diane. She really wanted to move up here with me. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. I think she would have had many more years, but would they have been quality years? I don't really know. I don't. And then I know that the Bible tells us that we have our days numbered, so I don't know. I never know. I never know how to think about that. I won't know until I meet the good Lord above. Then I'll know everything. So, but I'm super, super happy with my decisions and just have to see one day at a time what's going to happen in the future. You never know. You never know. Yes, she is with me. Just, I have to say, any other time, I don't know. I probably would have put up that tree or something and just bawled all the way through it, but I was happy. And I was checking out all the ornaments and thinking, okay, now is this mom's or is this Aunt Joanne's? Is this mom's or is this Aunt Joanne's? And I think I pretty much got them right because I know things that I've seen my mom do, and there's little ceramic ones and stuff like that. And she had her initials on some of them. and and they're so old that it had her initials before her and my dad got married. It's too funny. My stepfather was her and him was together for many years before they got married, and just absolutely wonderful man. I miss him terribly too, but it's unfortunate she had to find him so much later in her life. She would have had so much better life, but God put him in her life when she needed him the most, I guess. Yes, God does hold our future. Um, let's see here. What else did I want to tell y'all about tonight? Uh, Oh, this is kind of neat too. Okay. So the night that I was out there, I don't know if I told you guys this or not. I don't think I have. I don't think I've talked to everybody about this. You look so pretty with that beautiful blanket. Thank you. Um, the night that the chickens got out, y'all know that all of this around me is all hunting stuff. They hunt next door. They hunt way down yonder. They hunt across the street. Um, Now there's a driveway next door with I think the lady has 12 acres there. Mr. Brown uses that driveway all the time to get to the back of his house. And so anyways, I was out there looking for the chickens that had gotten loose and ran away from home. And this feller comes driving down the thing, and I wave at him, and he says, "How are you tonight?" I said, "I'm doing good." He says, "What you out here for?" And I said, "Trying to catch my chickens. I don't know. They went across the street." So we got to talking and everything, and I told him I just moved here and everything, and um he told me he was a minister. He was a pastor over somewhere close to here. And hey, Mimsy's Garden, how are you tonight? And it was so nice to talk to him. And I can't remember his name. I have it in my phone because I want to tell Tracy and Fred about him. But anyways, um, he told me his name and everything, and I said, "Oh, I go." I said, "I haven't lived here long, but I've been going for the last few years over at um New Providence on Cadley Road." And he's like, "Oh my goodness gracious. I used to preach and teach over there on Wednesday nights." And I'm like, "Wow, that is too cool." He used to preach there, and sometimes on Wednesday nights he held what do you call it? Class, lessons and stuff like that, Bible lessons. And it was just like two old friends meeting and talking about each other's lives and going on. And I knew I have become friends with some of the people that he was at the church, and I was telling Miss Gloria about it, and that was during the time that she didn't live here. She had moved away and then come back. It was just a really nice conversation when I was telling her about him. Um at church. Church Sunday was testimony time, and that was special. And just I think that the Lord is working in our church. I think, and the devil's going to try to get in there, so please pray. It's a small church, but I think it's going to start growing. Doing good. Just popped in to say hey to you and Miss Brenda. Oh, thank you. It's nice to hear from you. So, um, I'm just so happy that I moved here. I really am. It seems my soul feels so at peace, and I don't know how to explain it. It's so quiet out here. I don't hear gunshots all night long. Now, there was a dude messing around with a automatic rifle or something other for a while there. And Mr. Brown says he still shoots it off, but I don't hear it at all anymore. And I used to hear it really good. So I don't know. I haven't heard it. So not to say this not happening, but and he used to play really loud music. But, you know, that's only one dude. In Coco, it's all the time. And it's hardly ever quiet at nighttime. Just saying. And it's just peaceful, 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 very peaceful. Um, trying to think what else I wanted to tell y'all. I don't know. I do need to bring my plants in tonight. Now that I realize that it's gonna get too cold for them outside. Hmm. This weekend I'm gonna go hunting. I believe it's gonna be cold enough that if I get something I can get it cleaned and dressed out without having to rush through it, you know? Um, thank you guys for the thumbs up. I appreciate them all. That helps me a lot. Um, hmm. Oh, I did plant some lettuce seed today also. Now I don't know if I told you guys or I started to tell y'all, but um I think I started to tell y'all and somehow I got messed up. So on this side of the fence was my compost bin. I had just made it on the ground outside. 27 for the low here tonight. Wow. I think mine was 30 something. 36. Friday will be 30. Saturday will be 30. Then 37 on Sunday. And it just fluctuates right there for a little while. But yeah, it's kind of neat. And I'm wondering, am I going to get to see snow this year with these temperatures dropping like they are? But it is getting even though it's even though the temperatures are low at nighttime, it's still up in the 50s. Excuse me. Sorry. I ate spaghetti for dinner tonight and it's not settling very good. Now, I definitely need prayer because I'm giving up the Dr. Pepper again. Today's the second day without, and I'm trying to drink tea. Um, I don't have an ice maker, and in order for me to drink a lot of water, I need a lot of ice. So, and I don't have a very large size freezer, so I have to get my freezers this next trip. If I can, at least the one big good freezer that's full of food. I'd like to put it in the trailer. Let's see. My hometown had a blizzard that was like a hurricane. They have piles of snow and people are surfing on Lake Superior. Oh, wow, Diane. Mm-mm-mm. They do get a lot of snow where you're from. Ain't you glad you live in Florida now? Now you know why I chose to live in Florida. Isn't that funny that you thought of the same thing I did at the same time? Oh, I hope you have a beautiful Thanksgiving. She misses my snorting. The high country has had so light snow we haven't gotten it yet in the higher foothills. Wow. Mm-mm-mm. And I ran around in shorts all day long for the last 3 or 4 days. Just saying. But it was 70 degrees today, I think. But yeah, 71 today. I won't be running around in shorts tomorrow though. It'll be 55. And I'm hoping that I get a deer. But we'll see. Um my friends um at church, their son is like I would say he's probably 12 or 13. He could be older, but he shot a 6 point, I think it was 6 or 7 point buck. Um, I want to say he got it on Friday or Saturday, and he was showing me the pictures on Sunday, and I was showing him my pictures from Kentucky when I did those deer there, and when I got that deer there, I should say, and I'm like, yep, Maverick, I'm gonna have to go and get me one too. I have to go hunting this season. I have not seen any more since the hunters came in. I think they got my does. I think they've harvested does and everything out here. But I've also been told by several people that the deer will not move as much during the day because of all the hunting, that they'll bed down during the day, and unless they're pushed out, they won't be walking around. Let's see, during the day it's been 40s, night lows 50s, very unusual for here. Hmm. I love it. When a kid gets his first, I love it. I really, really love it. Now my grandkids are up um at their hunting cabins. My son is at his friends. They go all the time and hunt there. And um I can remember when Tommy got his first, my oldest grandson, he was so super excited and sent me pictures and all kind of stuff. Now Corey got one this last time, but He didn't send me a picture. I'm gonna have to ask him. I have to ask Ashley if Corey got any pictures with his deer. Hmm. They were just up there hunting when season started, and I don't know. It's just kind of funny. They all they all did good, but I don't think they really shot anything this time. Um, she said it really doesn't matter whether they shoot anything now because the freezer's full, and I don't really have any place for any. But I'm thinking, oh, but I'd love to have it, but I'm not in Florida anymore. I wouldn't be able to get it from you. Just saying. I'd love to say that to her, but I'll come get it. But nah, I'm going to try to get my own. And I have plenty of food. It's not like I got. If I didn't have any food, then I'd be worried about getting one really hardcore. So, but I doubt very seriously that I'll ever go hungry. Cuz I can find stuff to eat anywheres. That's why I love learning to forage. My chickens are finally eating down the um, mustard greens that are out there on their side. They've almost got them all gone. I'm really surprised. There's pretty much stems left. They've eaten all the leaves pretty much. Now, what's neat about it, if they don't dig them up and take the stems out too, they'll keep on growing. In fact, they'll put new stems out. They'll put new leaves out. Yeah, me too, Brenda. Any day. Um oh, I have to tell you what happened to me last week. I'm such a dork. I just can't believe I did this. Okay. So, in order to bring more stuff, I had to find more aggressive ways to pack things, right? Well, in my canner, I packed a whole bunch of um um oh my goodness gracious, salad dressings and different sauces and stuff that I have in jars, in the smaller jars, right? I think there might be teriyaki sauce there too. I don't know. Um, I put them in my canner and I close the lid. Everything's in there, right? Well, I did not take all that out, but I did look in there and I did not see the topper to my canner. So I'm thinking, okay, I gotta buy another stinking top pressure uh weight for my pressure canner, right? My pressure canner. And I'm very frustrated with myself because I always put them back into the pot now, and that's where they stay. Well, yesterday when I was putting away more stuff, I said, I'm just going to empty this canner, put get these all cleaned up and everything, clean the canner and put this stuff away. And I want you to know when I open that up, that that weight was in the bottom of there and I never could see it. Welcome to Senior Moment Club. Yes, I definitely have those. I was like, oh my gosh, Catherine, you idiot. So, okay. Now, mind you, I'm in the kitchen. Becky had left here, and I was going to make cream cheese chicken, one of her favorite meals, with mashed potatoes and green beans and corn, and I mean just a big old meal for her, right? Well, that didn't happen. We didn't get to that meal, so I had this giant pack of chicken. I said, "Oh, I'm going to can this up because I think I might have like 4 or 5 jars left of canned chicken." And anybody that knows me knows that I love canned chicken. I will eat it all day long. And I eat it in many different ways. Sometimes I'll take it all out and make chicken salad with it. Sometimes I'll make um barbecued chicken, and I mean I just make all kinds of stuff. Sometimes I just take enough out to make what I want, and then um um I like the yellow rice and chicken and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, I'm standing in the kitchen and I'm cutting up all this chicken and I got it all in chunks and it's in a big old bowl and I'm ready to start canning and everything. And I thought, okay, well I got to empty that pot and wash it and everything. And mm, oh, I wonder where that topper is. And I looked down in there and I never saw it. So I ended up freezing all that. So all that's in my freezer now. Ugh. The senior moments I have. Yes, senior moments. I've been told for several years that it's brain damage from my heart attack. Anyways, too funny. But let's see, what else? I can't think of. I know there was something really important I wanted to tell you guys about, but I don't remember. I I have senior moments. I can't remember what it's all about. I just have a lot of little gifts that keep on giving me, and I'm so thankful for what is going on right now in my life. Me being here and being so happy and not having stress every single day, and I just I feel like an airhead because I don't even have to think anymore, really. if I if I if I worked it out right, I wouldn't even have to worry about nothing. I'd just be able to sit here and play all the time with my animals and my garden and my house and my crafts and stuff. I'd never leave home. Honest to God. So, well, I have to. I could actually have my groceries and everything brought in, but I need to go to the store. I need to leave the house every once in a while. And I'd have to go to church, so I guess I would not totally be shut in, but I could enjoy it. And now that church has it online, I could get away with sitting at home and watching it, but nah, I ain't gonna do that. Oh, I am just so thankful. And I hope and pray that everybody has things that they're able to be thankful for this year and this season. I just don't even know what to say now. So, has anybody gotten any prayer requests tonight? I know we still want to pray for a quick and speedy recovery for Teresa. I know she's on the mend, but she still needs our prayers. And she said the blessings that God has bestowed on her since this has happened, it was really, really super cool. I guess her church has gotten together and they've made meals and all kinds of stuff. It's really cool. And the fact that her daughter's over there every day helping her is really cool too. And that Lee was able to get time off to be with her and take care of her in the beginning was really nice too. So things go just how God wants them to be sometimes. Um and we need to continue to pray for Wilma. Things will I, I I know God can heal her totally, and I pray that that is what happens. But I pray that she's not in any pain, that she doesn't, that she doesn't have to suffer. I don't want her to suffer. No suffering. Um, I don't know when I'm going to head back to Florida to get this next thing, but hopefully it'll be this next week and pray that I can get this stuff accomplished so that I can get the Connexes delivered so I can put my stuff in it. uh, I am looking forward to doing more crafts and stuff like that. Um, I enjoy doing ceramics, and I've done ceramics since I was a little girl. In fact, I can remember on Merritt Island there was this little strip mall when you turn um, off of 520 onto Courtney Parkway going south. It was right past Magnolia Street, which is goes in front of the church. Um, it was right there. In fact, it's still there, and there's different businesses and such inside there. And there was a little ceramic store there, and we would go in and be able to purchase greenware, clean it, paint it. And the lady even let us use her paints and stuff like that. We had to take care of it. We had to buy our own brushes, and stuff like that. And we could buy our own paint and take them home, but she charged us so much to paint with her paints. I can't remember what all it was about, but um I would go in there and I'd make things. It's so funny how, I don't know how, I just don't know how I wasn't a normal kid. I would I would go and pick up pop bottles and turn them in for money, and I would save up my money, and I would mow grass and stuff like that and save my money, and I would go to places like that. I'd go there, and I went to this other place. um well, first I went there when I was younger, um and did the ceramics. And then when I was about, I would say I was probably about 12 or 13, there was um a lady, and I can't remember her name to save my life. She had a shell shop. I think her name was Patsy. Anyways, she had a shell shop on that's something I'm going to write down. Anyways, I went in there, and it was right on 520 in Merritt Island. And she George Walker and all them would have, um the guys would go outside and do the acid work with the shells and stuff like that. And me and Betty and several other of my friends would sit and make different things with the shells. And then this lady would pay us so much for each one that we did. And then um she would take them to a market somewheres and sell them. And she got good money for them. And we made all kinds of things, like, I want to say, I don't know where she sold them to, but we'd make little dogs, or um what would look like a little frog, and all kinds of little animals and different stuff. It was really, really super cool. Uh, I had a very different childhood. I looking back, and I think, Merritt Island was such a beautiful place to grow up in. And they've got this Facebook page for Merritt Island, and somebody put on there, um what is the worst thing about that you can ever remember about growing up in Merritt Island? And I said, well, pretty much nothing, except for the fact that when it got dark, I had to come in the house. I mean, I really had a good childhood for the most part. I mean, we didn't have to worry about anything. One time in my whole life, a man scared me and my girlfriend, and we ran home and told my nanny. And then it was the n- it was the next day, I think, we found out that he went to jail, and I think my nanny had something to do with that. Just saying, don't mess with her kids. He stopped his car in front of us and scared the bejeebies out of us. Let's just say. He was the only one that ever bothered us until we became teenagers. um, we didn't really have any problems with that kind of stuff. So it was great growing up there, though. Man, I have so much fond memories of being a child and growing up at that time. But I don't even think we locked our doors or didn't lock our windows at all. I don't ever remember us having a key to get in the house. um, I think somebody locked the door one time and they just sent us around the house and we crawled in the window. And don't ask me why the back door was locked too. I don't remember. And I remember my mom was furious. Who on earth would lock these doors? She said. Kind of funny. But, I mean, we had one time where a neighbor kid that was home alone a lot. He came in and stole my mom's silver um coins. She was so upset. She had been saving silver for years. When she would count money and stuff like that, if there was silver, she'd pull it and and replace it with her money so that she could save them. She just enjoyed saving silver coins and stuff. And yeah. Anyways, he got in trouble over it, so but yeah, I feel like a child again. I'm really loving this I feel that safe here. So anyways, um I'm going to go ahead and pray, guys, and we can talk a little bit longer if I know you're still here. I don't see anybody saying anything. So, dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this time we got, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you lift up Audrey and help her with her health. I know she's been struggling, and I just thank you for helping her in the past and continue to hold her up and uh, thank you for all that all the miracles and things that you've done in Teresa's um, current accident. And we forget about all the little things that we get every day, but these big things are really important to us too, that and kind of gives us a little wake up call. I pray, Lord, that we can see the little miracles that you perform every day for us too, Lord. From stopping us from getting in an accident, making us a little late so that we don't get in accidents, and all the little things that you do for us, Lord. And I pray, Lord, that if you choose not to heal Wilma totally, please don't let her suffer, Lord. Keep her close. Let her have really a good a good life until it's her time, Lord. And thank you. And I lift up the families that are in need, that are out of work and needing jobs. I know a particular family, Lord, and I know you know who they are, that they definitely he needs a job, and um It's been a struggle for their parents trying to help them, and I just pray that his parents are thankful that they still have him so close next door. And I just thank you that they're able to be there, and I lift them up and strengthen their family bond. And I pray, Lord, that they will find their way back to the Lord, back to you, Lord, and back into church. And I thank you for my own family. Thank you that my family is not struggling with needs and things that are just overwhelming in life right now. They seem to be all doing very good. And I don't know, the faith that my children have shown me recently has really brought a brighter light to my soul, and makes me know that when they were younger that I was doing the right thing by bringing them to you, Lord, and letting them learn everything they could. I thank you for my loved ones that are no longer here anymore. I thank you for putting them into my life and making my life so much more richer for them. I miss I miss them so much, but I know one day I'll be able to see them again. And I just praise you and thank you for all that you do for me. In your precious name, amen. Aw, thank you, Brenda. Um, I want to thank you guys for being here, and I hope and pray that all of you have a beautiful, beautiful Thanksgiving. Aw, thanks, Diane. I have some rough memories too now. I got a lot of spankings when I was little. I was a I was a sassy, prissy tomboy and always into trouble. My mama didn't spank me. My grandma filled it up for everybody. She gave me so many spankings it wasn't funny. But I was a little bit of her favorite too. And nobody can convince me otherwise. We all have a lot to be thankful for. Yes, we do. Hey, I didn't ask you before I prayed for her, but how's Audrey doing? Oh, oh, Diane, I have something to tell you too. I had to go to Sam's, and um I don't remember what day it was. Day before yesterday? Yeah, the day before yesterday. And I found out that Michael was going, so I asked Wilma to ask Michael if I could ride along with him. And if he said yes, do I have to go over to their house or does he come here? Well, she called me back and said, "Yes, you can ride along with him, and um you got to come over here." I said, "Okay." So I went over there, and I begged him to go to uh Costco, because Costco has this this thing that I really want so badly. But this Costco didn't have it. I've seen these. Okay, there's a family that I watch, a couple that I watch, called Simply Living Alaska. They're the cutest couple. They do a lot of excursions and stuff like that in Alaska, and hunting and fishing and all that kind of stuff. And they preserve a lot, and they use this particular thing. I don't know if I've still got it on here or not to show you. Um let's see, where was I at? There we go. Uh it's called Max Vac Pro chamber vacuum. And it was it was $3.99 or something like that at Lowe's, right? I mean, not Lowe's, at Costco. And for the new, stronger, food savers, they're 300 and something already. So she's doing better, but her sugar levels want to stay in the 400s. Oh no. Sorry to hear that. Well, Lord's got her, and we're praying for her. So anyways, back to the thing. Um I talked him into going there. What a nightmare. I mean, I have had the best time with my driving. I haven't had a lot of issues driving here. Um, I haven't had a lot of issues with chaotic scenes or anything like that. But I'm telling you, when we entered the parking lot, we were waiting at the end of the row, um, for a car to move so that we could park at the end of the row. I witnessed 4 or 5 cars almost hitting each other because they were backing onto each other. And I'm like, Michael, have you ever seen anybody's driving like this? I have I've lived here how long, and I have not seen any kind of. He said, it's got to be this parking lot. This parking lot is tiny. The spaces were tiny. It was just chaotic. And there was people everywhere. It was so full. And we went to go in, and I stopped this guy and I said, "Hey, I'm going to get a membership here, and I was wondering um where do I do that?" He said, "Oh, right over yonder." So I went in there and I spoke to the guy and I said, "I'm thinking of getting a membership. Can you tell me about it?" He says, "Why don't I why don't you do this? I'm going to give you this pass. I want you to walk through the store and see what you think." I'm sticking with Sam's. You talking about a nightmare? I had to literally leave where I was at. I couldn't go back through the store there. I had to go back out and enter in the front door, even though I didn't have to be numbered or anything like that. In order to do shop there, you have to scan your card. You can't just go in. You got to scan your card. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. So, I mean, and and the line was clear out in the parking lot to get in there. The same with going out of there. So we get in there and we go straight for what I wanted. I wanted um that vacuum sealer thing. I forget what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about. It was so chaotic in there. There was people everywhere going and it was so loud and just absolutely out of control. And the prices were so expensive. I'm like, "Oh my word. I can't do this." Mike says, I'm not into this either." So we left. I said, "Thank you very much for bringing me here, but I will never shop this store." He says, "Me neither." He says, I guess they had contemplated getting a card before too, and I guess I don't remember, they had to do it online or something other. They couldn't do it in the store, and they do it in the store now, but it just was really, really weird. I took the thingy back up to the dude and I said, "Listen, I don't want to I don't want to be rude, but I'm not interested. Thank you for your time, and here's your pamphlet back." He's like, "Okay, have a great day." And I'm like, "Okay." And we left there and I was so relieved. I'm like, "Oh my word." Oh my word, it was crazy. So we went over to Sam's and did the shopping because we were going to go ahead and shop there too instead of going to Sam's. But we would have had to go to Sam's anyways for toilet paper and paper towels because Wilma's like me. We're very particular on our toilet paper and paper towels. But and then I said, "Do you see the difference in the atmosphere? It is so much calmer here in Sam's. There's just as much there's just as many people in this store as there was over there, but it's not near as chaotic as it was over there. Why is that?" We couldn't figure it out. It was really, really weird. So I tried to get a pair of um um what are they called? Redmonds. I wanted to get myself um a pair of steel-toed boots for when I'm building and stuff like that. But I didn't do it. They're too heavy for my feet, and I couldn't get one to fit me properly. It was cutting into the side of my ankle underneath my ankle bone. I've got a really weird foot. So, but the lady did Red Wing, that's what it's called. Um the lady did teach me something about that. She said, "When you have that problem, if you put a oh, what are they called? Insert in your shoe, then it'll lift your foot up enough to where it won't hit that bone and hurt you." I'm like, "Yes." So, I've had some crazy things. Never again. I will not go to Costco again. I don't need that membership that bad. I really did want that though. But I did see where they sell them at Home Depot, but Home Depot's out of them. So I don't know. I don't know. I may have to check and see whether they sell them somewhere else. And it's kind of weird. I think they're with the original place that makes them, they're more money through that place. Is that weird? It's like I want to say Costco sold Harvest Right small freezers for less than it was to get one through Harvest Right, too, if I remember correctly. I haven't looked at the difference in price, but I didn't see any of those in there either, which is a little bizarre because um a lot of people are getting freeze dryers that way now. Anyways, I'm rambling, so I'm going to call it a night. I've got to get up early in the morning and get my chores done, and then I'm going to head on over there and see Wilma and them all and see what I can do to help with Thanksgiving dinner now that I have to go somewhere. And hopefully I can get back home very early. So you all have a beautiful Thanksgiving, and I will see you again on Monday. I do have a couple of videos coming out, so y'all take care, and thanks for coming in tonight. Bye bye now.